It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Gets by him at the 25. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
And he'll be close to another 1st down. In fact, he has a 1st down on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll go play action. Howell. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Commanders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 2nd and 11. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Commanders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Commanders 7, Lions 3.
Faking the handoff. Howell. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to throw now on first down. That is caught by Laporta. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Gibbs. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it, but the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing. There he goes, right side. He may go. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Lions.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-17. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Howell changing the play here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Howell throwing on third down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, Howell. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now, in this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Second and 9 now. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First down, Detroit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Powell.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Buying time to his left.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
In motion right, that's Williams. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Sam Laporta
from 19 yards away.
And the Lions have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes it a 28-24 game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. On the return is Williams. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Too long, a coverage sack, down he goes.
Chase Young drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Gets through, and now an opening. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
190 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing here, Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. One quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here's 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Back to throw. Howell.
They'll roll him out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Howell now to throw it.
Flush to his right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly.
This to swell the lead to 6.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Howell out of the shotgun. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
And he will have a Commander's 1st down, and that should just about do it.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Here's a toss coming right. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This is 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points.